been listening to a lot of Israel-Palestine commentators talking about Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, saying that he will be out of power once the war ends. It seems to me that he very much wants and has wanted to stay in power for the past 30 years. So if it's true that he'll be out of power once the war ends, then it would seem that his incentive would be to make the war last as long as possible. I don't believe, based on what I think I understand about him, that he is just going to step aside and say, okay, we eliminated Hamas, you're now safer, and I'm done. I don't see that happening. Also, apparently the junta that is now running Israel is this war cabinet with Netanyahu at the head of it. And kind of, I guess that the tacit agreement is that when the war is over, that junta will step aside and that there will be an election or something like that. But the question is, why wait? Like, why do people feel that this war cabinet led by Netanyahu is the only one that is capable of running the country? Because it sounds like the majority of Israeli people want Netanyahu out. But it also sounds like they're willing to say, well, not just yet. Let's go kill a bunch of Palestinians first, and then when we're done killing, then let's take him out, which seems a little hypocritical to me. And again, maybe I don't understand all the dynamics. So that's one thing. Another thing is that, I've done kind of a deep dive onto the Palestinian side of things, and found myself wanting to balance that out with collecting more facts on the Israeli side of things. And it's interesting, I've had this feeling before, but I think Google, Apple, Facebook, these companies that monitor us can read our minds, because pretty much as soon as I started thinking that, I got a video suggestion on YouTube without asking for it, that has a more pro-Israel slant. So that's kind of scary. But I also don't know how the algorithms are programmed. So maybe they're programmed to balance things out once they go too far in one direction or something like that. Anyway, to balance things out in my own commentary, one question that I have for, say, Norman Finkelstein or somebody like this who's on the Palestinian side is you say that these tunnels under Gaza are not there, or they're not there to the extent that Israel says they're there. You say that Hamas was not hiding under Al-Shifa Hospital, things like this. Yet at the same time, you say that Gaza was, before it was destroyed, the most densely populated place on earth. So if Hamas is not underneath Gaza, right? If it's not using the Palestinian people as a human shield, then where is Hamas? Because it doesn't seem like there's enough room in the most densely populated place on earth for them to be anywhere but underground if they're not out in the open. It's not like there's a separate Hamas area where they all congregate that's separate from the general population of Palestine. So that's one question I have for the people who are on the side of Palestine. And another question I have is, what are Palestinian people feeling and thinking about the fact that their leaders, who are the leaders of Hamas because Hamas runs Palestine, don't live in the country, right? Yahya Sinwar, these guys, the triumvirate, I believe, that runs Hamas, apparently live in Qatar, in luxury. They're billionaires, money that they have, I guess, stolen from the Palestinian people. And, on top of the fact that, again, allegedly Hamas has deconstructed all of Gaza's infrastructure to use for weaponry. So why are not the Palestinians angrier about this, and why do they not do something about it? Questions I'm pondering.